So you practice the chords, but when it comes time to switch, your fingers freeze, your rhythm dies, and your hand panics, and the song falls apart. Therefore, the issue isn't speed, it's how your fingers move, and nobody ever teaches that part. Hey, I need you to stick around because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a daily coordination drill that completely rewired my hand when I was learning to play the classical guitar, and it'll work the same from you. Straight from a book that changed everything for me. So I need you to like, subscribe, comment, grab your guitar, and let's dive in. But here's the lie. You were taught to build chords one finger at a time, like stacking blocks. Let's say you're learning the C chord. You were taught to look at it just like you were reading it from the chart, fingers 1, 2, and 3. And then when you go to switch, the exact same thing repeated again. Fingers 1, 2, and 3. And when you mix that with strumming, it just takes too long. Your brain gets stuck thinking in steps, not patterns. And that hesitation is exactly why your switching feels slow and awkward. So in the medical profession, they say diagnosis is half the cure. Let's diagnose the problem here. The real issue is opposing motions in the finger. When you have one finger moving up while another one's moving down at the same time. That slows me down, that slows everybody down. It's not just you, it's knowing what the problem is. The problem is opposite motions are confusing for your brain and your fingers. So what I would like to do today is I would like for us to practice groups of chords and play them together that limit this motion. We're going to start off with our first two set of chords, C and A minor. So remembering the C chord, moving to the A minor, we're going to play this after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. C, 2, 3, 4. Switch to A minor. 2, 3, 4. Let's try it again. C, 2, 3. Switch to A minor. So let's tear this apart. You notice when we're going from C to A minor, the E and the C, the first and second fingers, never move. So there's no contrary motion. Like I said, it's best to practice this in the beginning with real chords limiting the contrary motion. Let's take another set of 2. We're going to play the G chord, moving to the E minor. Notice with this group of chords, same thing. No contrary motion. We have the second finger, which is barely moving up, but nothing else is moving at the same time, which makes it easy. Let's play it together after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, G, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, G, G, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. But even with these real-world examples of chord progressions that limit movement, your fingers still need to be trained every single day in a routine that hits the problem dead on. So therefore, we're going to be using a drill that rewires your fingers forever. This worked wonders for me, and it's taken from a book called The Natural Classical Guitar by Lee F. Ryan. So let's start the exercise. We're going to take our first finger, put it here on the 4th string, 1st fret, second finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Do you notice how I'm making this little shape here? Just these 2 fingers. And the goal of this exercise is to, at the same time, swap them out. So the 1st finger goes on the 3rd string, 1st fret, 2nd finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret. But the trick here is to do it at the same time, one motion. So it'll look like this. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. And then we're going to repeat this by stretching them out one string separate each time. So the 1st finger is going to go on the 5th string, 2nd finger is going to go on the 2nd, lift, move, press, lift, move, press. Same thing with the 6th string. 1st finger goes on the 6th string, 2nd finger goes on the 1st, lift, move, press. Whoops, I missed it. Lift, move, press, lift, move, press. And then you're going to do the exact same thing with fingers 2 and 3. 2nd finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger goes on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Same thing, we're going to swap them, expanding them out one string at a time. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. Okay, move them down one string apart. 2nd finger goes on the 5th string and 3rd finger goes on the 2nd. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. Same thing with the 6th string. 2nd finger is going to go on the 6th string, 2nd fret. 3rd finger goes on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Lift, move, press. This one's a little trickier because as we work our way down from the 1st to the 4th finger, the fingers get weak. All right, let's try it together. We're going to play it together after 4. The very first round is going to be fingers 1 and 2. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. Let's reset. second string, fifth string. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. Same thing on the sixth string and the first string. Place them down. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. Let's repeat it with fingers 2 and 3 now. Second finger goes in the fourth string, third finger goes on the third. After I say go, ready, go. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. Now we're going to reset them out one string wider this time. Second finger goes in the fifth string, third finger goes in the second. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. Same thing on string 6 and 1. Lift, move, press. Lift, move, press. All right, so you notice I spared you from using fingers 3 and 4. Don't worry about those two. The bigger issue really exists between fingers 1, 2, and 3, as the majority of the open position chords use just those 3 fingers. But even with better motion, smarter shapes, and this drill, you're still going to get stuck if you don't know which chords to practice and in what order. That's why I built a playlist called 8 Essential Chords. Not just shapes, but the transitions, real song use, and how to master them in the right sequence. So I need you to click it now up here in the right-hand corner and take that next step to making your chord switching effortless. See you in the next lesson. Take care.